Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Rui Hachimura leaves Japan's men's hoops team with calf injury. The Paris Olympics are over early for Japan's Rui Hachimura. Japan's Basketball Federation said in a statement Friday morning that Hachimura would not play against Brazil due to a left calf injury. The team said Hachimura felt discomfort in his calf following Japan's 94-90 overtime loss to France on Tuesday. He received an MRI, confirming an injury to his gastrocnemius muscle. He has since left the team. As my injury required early treatment, I was unfortunately unable to accompany the team in accordance with NBA/FIBA rules, Hachimura, who plays for the Los Angeles Lakers, said in a statement. I would like to thank all the spectators who supported me at the venue, basketball fans around the world, and all the fans in Japan. I think that together with my teammates, we played a very good game for Japanese basketball. I am proud to have been able to play as a member of Akatsuki Japan. Hachimura played 29 minutes in the loss to France, scoring a game-high 24 points. Japan fell to 0-3 and was eliminated from the men's basketball tournament with a 102-84 loss to Brazil. The International Olympic Committee on Thursday defended its decision to allow two female boxers to compete at the Paris Olympics despite an ongoing gender controversy, saying the pair were facing aggression because of an arbitrary decision. Algeria's Amine Khalif, who won her round of 16 welterweight bout over Italy's Angela Carini in 46 seconds, and Taiwan's double world champion Lin Yuting, who is fighting on Friday, have been cleared to compete in the Olympics. Khalif's lightning-quick win over Carini, who decided to pull out after a barrage of punches, piled more pressure on the IOC for allowing Khalif and Lin to box in Paris. The IOC is saddened by the abuse that the two athletes are currently receiving, the IOC said in a statement Thursday. Every person has the right to practice sport without discrimination. Khalif and Lin were disqualified by the International Boxing Association at the 2023 World Championships after failing an unspecified gender eligibility test. The IBA was stripped of its recognition by the IOC last year over governance and finance issues, and the Olympic body is now running the boxing competition in Paris. The IOC said the IBA decision to disqualify the boxers last year was arbitrary and the main cause for the furor that has seen people such as British author J.K. Rowling and billionaire Elon Musk voice their opposition to them competing in the Games. These two athletes were the victims of a sudden and arbitrary decision by the IBA, the IOC said in its statement. Towards the end of the IBA World Championships in 2023, they were suddenly disqualified without any due process. According to the IBA minutes available on their website, this decision was initially taken solely by the IBA Secretary General and CEO. The IBA issued a statement Wednesday in which it said both boxers did not have a testosterone examination last year but were subject to a separate and recognized test for their disqualification. Carmelo Anthony's son speaks about facing Bronny James in NBA. Almost every fan and observer has criticized the Los Angeles Lakers for drafting Bronny James with the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, accusing the franchise of bowing to the demands of its superstar LeBron James. Bron had famously said he wanted to play with his son before hanging up his sneakers on a Hall of Fame career spanning 22 years. However, Kian Anthony, a four-star recruit and son of Carmelo Anthony, praised the Lakers for making history in the draft. During a guest appearance in his father's podcast 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, Kian expressed his excitement at Bronny's potential success in the NBA. It was fire, he said. Moreover, the historic moment at the draft didn't escape him. Just to know that he started it and now that I get a chance to get where he's at in the league, Kian said. Especially him playing with his pops. Asked about the possibility of playing against Bronny in the league, Kian said that he was looking forward to it. We could play against each other like we played against each other in high school, he said. The nepotism narrative has colored the younger James' rise to the pros despite being a four-star recruit coming out of high school. While Bronny's cardiac arrest definitely affected his freshman career at USC, he has shown enough potential to be an effective contributor to any NBA team that would draft him, even if his dad wasn't LeBron James. Meanwhile, Kian himself is New York's #1 recruit and is one of the top 40 players in the 2025 recruiting class. As a scorer with an emerging playmaking ability, Kian looks to attract several NBA teams' interest when he decides to enter the draft. Both Bronny and Kian might continue the legacy of their famous fathers who headlined the famously loaded 2003 NBA draft. Carmelo Anthony had been one of the greatest college players in the country, leading the Syracuse Nationals to the 2003 NCAA National Championship as a freshman. In the NBA, Melo was a 10-time All-Star with 6 All-NBA selections. He also has 3 Olympic gold medals. Likewise, Melo's explosive scoring ability won him the 2012-13 scoring title with the New York Knicks. He also played together with LeBron James during the Lakers' forgettable 2021-22 season. Meanwhile, James has been part of the GOAT conversation since his entry into the league. Entering his 22nd season, the 4-time champion James continues to break records or set new ones. He has already broken Lakers legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record with 40,474 points and is now one half of the first father and son duo to play for the same NBA team. Olympic gold medalist on Lakers radar, insider. The Jerami Grant trade buzz is getting louder and louder as Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports was the latest insider to report that the two-way forward is indeed drawing interest from the Los Angeles Lakers. Grant is the Portland Trail Blazers' leading scorer over the last 2 seasons. He won a gold medal with Team USA in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. To your point, yes, the Lakers have, I think, limited options of players who are actually available, who are difference makers that they could foreseeably go and acquire, Fisher said on the Good Word with Vincent Goodwill podcast. To my knowledge, Jerami Grant is someone that's been on the radar. Fisher's report came on the heels of ESPN's Zach Lowe strongly hinting that the Lakers trading for Grant is inevitable. Should we start printing the Jerami Grant Lakers jerseys, by the way? Lowe asked on the July 26 episode of the Lowe Post. Should we just do it now? I think I might order one. A 36.4% career three-point shooter and a reliable 20-point scorer over the last seasons with the Trail Blazers, the 6'7" Grant is the ideal complementary player for the Lakers, who can create offense and play defense. LA Daily's Anthony Irwin reported on July 3 that the Lakers have been unwilling to meet Portland's asking price. According to Sean Highkin of the Rose Garden Report, the Blazers were asking for the Lakers' 2029 and 2031 first-round draft picks. With the Trail Blazers focused on rebuilding with their young core of Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Denny Advija, and Donovan Clingan, Grant is one of the veterans they are looking to move before the training camp, according to Oregonian's Aaron Fentress. Guard Anthony Simons is the other player they are willing to give up for the right price. Both being gone, that might be different, Fentress said on The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports 1140. They obviously have time. They can wait until the trade deadline and see if someone else will offer more. The 30-year-old Grant is entering the second season of a 5-year deal worth $160 million with a $36.4 million player option for the 2027-28 season. The Lakers might have to rope in a third team as the Trail Blazers are uninterested in point guard D'Angelo Russell, the salary ballast in the potential Grant trade, according to The Athletic's Jovan Buha. I've heard Portland doesn't want D'Lo because they have a million guards anyway, Buha said on his podcast Buha's Block on July 26. So, it just doesn't really make sense for them. Buha added that the Lakers have been shopping the former All-Star point guard since he opted. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jerami Grant? Leave your opinion in the comments.